They wrote the words that moved hearts, challenged minds, and changed literature forever. Now we visit the final resting places of legendary writers and authors. Mark Twain died April 21, 1910, age 74. Buried at Woodlawn Cemetery, Elmira, New York. Heart disease. Humorist and author of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Ernest Hemingway died July 2, 1961, age 61. Buried at Ketchum Cemetery, Ketchum, Idaho. Suicide. Nobel laureate famed for The Old Man and the Sea and Spare Prose. Ralph Waldo Emerson died April 27, 1882, age 78. Buried at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, Concord, Massachusetts. Pneumonia. Transcendentalist essayist and poet. Vladimir Nabokov died July 2, 1977, age 78. Buried at Clarens Cemetery, Montreux, Switzerland. Bronchial congestion. Russian-American author of Lolita and Pale Fire. Jane Austen died July 18, 1817, age 41. Buried at Winchester Cathedral, Hampshire, England. Addison's disease. Novelist of Pride and Prejudice and social satire. Harriet Beecher Stowe died July 1, 1896, age 85. Buried at Phillips Academy Cemetery, Andover, Massachusetts. Alzheimer's. Author of Uncle Tom's Cabin. Pauline Phillips died January 16, 2013, age 94. Buried at Hills of Eternity Memorial Park, Colma, California. Alzheimer's. Creator of the Dear Abby advice column. Jack London died November 22, 1916, age 40. Buried at Jack London State Park, Glen Ellen, California. Kidney failure. Author of The Call of the Wild. Ian Fleming died August 12, 1964, age 56. Buried at St. James's Churchyard, Southampton, England. Heart attack. Creator of James Bond and Casino Royale. Ray Bradbury died June 5, 2012, age 91. Buried at Westwood Village Memorial Park, Los Angeles, California. Author of Fahrenheit 451 and visionary storyteller. Lord Byron died April 19, 1824, age 36. Buried at Church of St. Mary Magdalene, Hucknall, England. Fever. Romantic poet of Don Juan and She Walks in Beauty. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle died July 7, 1930, age 71. Buried at All Saints Churchyard, Minstead, Hampshire, England. Heart attack. Creator of Sherlock Holmes. Franz Kafka died June 3, 1924, age 40. Buried at New Jewish Cemetery, Prague, Czech Republic. Tuberculosis. Existential author of The Trial and Metamorphosis. Anne Sexton died October 4, 1974, age 45. Buried at Forest Hills Cemetery, Boston, Massachusetts. Suicide. Pulitzer-winning confessional poet of Live or Die. George Orwell died January 21, 1950, age 46. Buried at All Saints Churchyard, Sutton, Courtenay, England. Tuberculosis. Author of 1984 and Animal Farm. Walt Whitman died March 26, 1892, age 72. Buried at Harley Cemetery, Camden, New Jersey. Pneumonia. Poet of Leaves of Grass, champion of democracy and self. Edgar Allan Poe died October 7, 1849, age 40. Buried at Westminster Burying Ground, Baltimore, Maryland. Mysterious illness. Gothic master of The Raven and Telltale Heart. Rudyard Kipling died January 18, 1936, age 70. Buried at Westminster Abbey, London, England. Perforated ulcer. Author of The Jungle Book and Kim. Charles Dickens died June 9, 1870, age 58. Buried at Westminster Abbey, London, England. Stroke. Victorian novelist of Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol. Emily Dickinson died May 15, 1886, age 55. Buried at West Cemetery, Amherst, Massachusetts. Kidney disease. Reclusive poet whose work defined American verse. Gwendolyn Brooks died December 3, 2000, age 83. Buried at Lincoln Cemetery, Blue Island, Illinois. Cancer. Pulitzer-winning poet of Black urban life and social identity. Robert Louis Stevenson died December 3, 1894, age 44. Buried at Mount Vaya, Apia, Samoa. Brain hemorrhage. Author of Treasure Island and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Leo Tolstoy died November 20, 1910, age 82. Buried at Yasnaya Polyana, Tula, Russia. Pneumonia. Russian Master of War and Peace and Anna Karenina. William Shakespeare died April 23, 1616, age 52. Buried at Holy Trinity Church, Stratford-upon-Avon, England. Fever. England's bard, author of Hamlet and Macbeth. E.B. White died October 1, 1985, age 86. Buried at Brooklyn Cemetery, Brooklyn, Maine. Alzheimer's. Beloved children's author of Charlotte's Web and Stuart Little. Virginia Woolf died March 28, 1941, age 59. Ashes interred at Monk's House Garden, Rodmell, East Sussex, England. Suicide by drowning. Pioneer of modernist literature. W.B. Yeats died January 28, 1939, age 73. Buried at Drumcliff Churchyard, County Sligo, Ireland. Heart failure. Irish poet. His epitaph reads, "Cast a cold eye on life, on death." Flannery O'Connor died August 3, 1964, age 39. Buried at Memory Hill Cemetery, Milledgeville, Georgia. Lupus. Southern Gothic writer of wise blood and a good man is hard to find. James Baldwin died December 1, 1987, age 63. Buried at Ferncliff Cemetery, Hartsdale, New York. Stomach cancer. Writer and civil rights voice behind Go Tell It on the Mountain. Joseph Campbell died October 30, 1987, age 83. Buried at Oahu Cemetery, Honolulu, Hawaii. Esophageal cancer. Mythologist famed for the hero with 1,000 faces. Jules Verne died March 24, 1905, age 77. Buried at La Madeleine Cemetery, Amiens, France. Diabetes complications. French author of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Robert Frost died January 29, 1963, age 88. Buried at Old Bennington Cemetery, Bennington, Vermont. Post-surgery complications. Poet of New England, 4 Pulitzers. Upton Sinclair died November 25, 1968, age 90. Buried at Rock Creek Cemetery, Washington, D.C. Author of The Jungle, exposing harsh labor conditions. Won 1943 Pulitzer. Mary Noels Murphy died July 31, 1922, age 72. Buried at Evergreen Cemetery, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Illness. Wrote as Charles Egbert Craddock on Appalachia. Elizabeth Barrett Browning died June 29, 1861, age 55. Buried at the English Cemetery, Florence, Italy. Lung illness. Victorian poet of sonnets from the Portuguese. Edgar Rice Burroughs died March 19, 1950, age 74. Buried at Tarzana Ranch, California. Heart attack. Creator of Tarzan and John Carter of Mars Adventure series. Herman Melville died September 28, 1891, age 72. Buried at Woodlawn Cemetery, Bronx, New York. Heart failure. Author of Moby Dick and Billy Budd. John Steinbeck died December 20, 1968, age 66. Buried at Garden of Memories Memorial Park, Salinas, California. Heart disease. Nobel-winning author of The Grapes of Wrath. Bram Stoker died April 20, 1912, age 64. Buried at Golders Green Crematorium, London, England. Stroke. Irish author of Dracula and Gothic fiction pioneer. Victor Hugo died May 22, 1885, age 83. Buried at the Pantheon, Paris, France. Pneumonia. French poet and novelist of Les Miserables and Notre Dame de Paris. Harper Lee died February 19, 2016, age 89. Buried at Hillcrest Cemetery, Monroeville, Alabama. Natural causes. Pulitzer-winning author of To Kill a Mockingbird. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry died July 31, 1944, age 44. Body lost at sea near Marseille, France. Plane crash. Aviator and author of The Little Prince. Neil Simon died August 26, 2018, age 91. Buried at Westwood Village Memorial Park, Los Angeles. Kidney failure. Playwright of The Odd Couple and Barefoot in the Park. Eugene O'Neill died November 27, 1953, age 65. Buried at Forest Hill Cemetery, Boston, Massachusetts. Parkinson's disease. Playwright and Nobel laureate known for Long Day's Journey into Night. Tennessee Williams died February 25, 1983, age 71. Buried at Calvary Cemetery, St. Louis, Missouri. Choked on a bottle cap. Playwright of A Streetcar Named Desire and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Walter Cronkite died July 17, 2009, age 92. Buried at Mount Moriah Cemetery, Kansas City, Missouri. Cerebrovascular disease. Trusted TV journalist once called the most trusted man in America. Irene Williams Smith died October 28, 1995, age 85. Buried at Oakwood Cemetery, Montgomery, Alabama. Country music historian and sister of Hank Williams. Zora Neale Hurston died January 28, 1960, age 69. Buried at Garden of Heavenly Rest, Fort Pierce, Florida. Stroke. Harlem Renaissance novelist of Their Eyes Were Watching God. Agatha Christie died January 12, 1976, age 85. Buried at St. Mary's Churchyard, Chelsea, Oxfordshire. Natural causes. Mystery writer famed for Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. Jorge Luis Borges died June 14, 1986, age 86. Buried at Cimetière de Plainpalais, Geneva, Switzerland. Liver cancer. Argentine author of Labyrinths and Metaphysical Tales. J.R.R. Tolkien died September 2, 1973, age 81. Buried at Wolvercote Cemetery, Oxford, England, beside his wife Edith. Creator of The Lord of the Rings and modern fantasy. Edith Wharton died August 11, 1937, age 75. Buried at Cimetière de Gonard, Versailles, France. Stroke. Pulitzer-winning novelist of The Age of Innocence and Ethan Frome. Patricia Highsmith died February 4, 1995, age 74. Buried at Cimitero di Tegna, Switzerland. Leukemia. Novelist of The Talented Mr. Ripley and dark psychological thrillers. Richard Wright died November 28, 1960, age 52. Urn interred at Père Lachaise Cemetery, Paris, France. Heart attack. Author of Native Son and memoir, Black Boy. James Joyce died January 13, 1941, age 58. Buried at Fluntern Cemetery, Zurich, Switzerland. Surgery complications. Modernist author of Ulysses and Finnegan's Wake. Laura Ingalls. Wilder died February 10, 1957, age 90. Buried at Mansfield Cemetery, Mansfield, Missouri. Heart failure. Author of the beloved Little House Pioneer books. Rose Wilder Lane died October 30, 1968, age 81. Buried at Mansfield Cemetery, Mansfield, Missouri. Heart attack. Novelist and libertarian essayist, Wilder's daughter. L.M. Montgomery died April 24, 1942, age 67. Buried at Cavendish Cemetery, Cavendish, Prince Edward Island. Heart failure. Author of Anne of Green Gables. Catherine Lee Bates died March 28, 1929, age 69. Buried at Oak Grove Cemetery, Falmouth, Massachusetts. Cancer. Poet-educator who wrote America the Beautiful. W.G. Sebald died December 14, 2001, age 57. Buried at St. Andrew's Churchyard, Framingham Earl, Norfolk, England. Car crash. German author of Austerlitz and the Rings of Saturn. Jacob Grimm died September 20, 1863, age 78. Buried at Alter St. Matthias Kirchhof, Berlin, Germany. Natural causes. Folklorist and co-author of Grimm's fairy tales. William Faulkner died July 6, 1962, age 64. Buried at St. Peter's Cemetery, Oxford, Mississippi. Heart attack. Nobel-winning novelist of the American South. Patrick Henry died June 6, 1799, age 63. Buried at Red Hill, Charlotte County, Virginia. Illness. Founding father famed for his cry, "Give me liberty or give me death." John Keats died February 23, 1821, age 25. Buried at Protestant Cemetery, Rome, Italy. Tuberculosis. Romantic poet of Ode to a Nightingale and Bright Star. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow died March 24, 1882, age 75. Buried at Mount Auburn Cemetery, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Peritonitis. Poet of Paul Revere's Ride. Bat Masterson died October 25, 1921, age 67. Buried at Woodlawn Cemetery, Bronx, New York. Heart attack. Lawman, gambler, and journalist of the Old West. Margaret Mitchell died August 16, 1949, age 48. Buried at Oakland Cemetery, Atlanta, Georgia. Hit by a car. Author of Gone with the Wind. Percy Bysshe Shelley died July 8, 1822, age 29. Buried at the Protestant Cemetery, Rome, Italy. Drowned in a storm. Romantic poet of Ozymandias. Henry David Thoreau died May 6, 1862, age 44. Buried at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, Concord, Massachusetts. Tuberculosis. Author of Walden and Civil Disobedience. F. Scott Fitzgerald died December 21, 1940, age 44. Buried at St. Mary's Cemetery, Rockville, Maryland. Heart attack. Jazz Age chronicler, The Great Gatsby. Nathaniel Hawthorne died May 19, 1864, age 59. Buried at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, Concord, Massachusetts. Died in sleep. Author of The Scarlet Letter. E. E. Cummings died September 3, 1962, age 67. Buried at Forest Hill Cemetery, Boston, Massachusetts. Stroke. Modernist poet famed for daring form and lyric fire. Washington Irving died November 28, 1859, age 76. Buried at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, Sleepy Hollow, New York. Heart attack. Father of the U.S. short story. Sleepy Hollow. Louisa May Alcott died March 6, 1888, age 55. Buried at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, Concord, Massachusetts. Stroke. Author of Little Women and beloved sequels. Francis Scott Key died January 11, 1843, age 63. Buried at Mount Olivet Cemetery, Frederick, Maryland. Pleurisy. Lawyer-poet who wrote The Star-Spangled Banner. Joseph Pulitzer died October 29, 1911, age 64. Buried at Woodlawn Cemetery, Bronx, New York. Heart disease. Publisher who founded the Pulitzer Prizes for Excellence in Journalism. Aruna Shepherdson. Abel died April 19, 1888, age 80. Buried at Greenmount Cemetery, Baltimore, Maryland. Newspaper pioneer, founder of the Baltimore Sun. Gore Vidal died July 31, 2012, age 86. Buried at Rock Creek Cemetery, Washington, D.C. Pneumonia. Novelist, essayist, and screenwriter of Ben-Hur and Myra Breckinridge. Gilbert Hovey Grosvenor died February 4, 1966, age 90. Buried at Rock Creek Cemetery, Washington, D.C. Father of photojournalism, longtime National Geographic editor. Mary Welsh Hemingway died November 26, 1986, age 78. Buried at Ketchum Cemetery, Ketchum, Idaho. Fourth wife and literary executor of author Ernest Hemingway. Sylvia Plath died February 11, 1963, age 30. Buried at St. Thomas A. Becket Churchyard, Heptonstall, England. Suicide. Poet of the Bell Jar. Her grave remains heavily visited. Oscar Wilde died November 30, 1900, age 46. Buried at Père Lachaise Cemetery, Paris, France. Meningitis. Playwright and wit behind the picture of Dorian Gray. Yukio Mishima died November 25, 1970, age 45. Buried at Tama Cemetery, Fuchu, Tokyo, Japan. Ritual suicide. Author of The Temple of the Golden Pavilion and nationalist icon. Susan Sontag died December 28, 2004, age 71. Buried at Montparnasse Cemetery, Paris, France. Leukemia. Critic and author known for On Photography and Illness as Metaphor. Octavia Butler died February 24, 2006, age 58. Buried at Mountain View Cemetery, Altadena, California. head injury from fall. Award-winning sci-fi writer of Kindred. Dylan Thomas died November 9, 1953, age 39. Buried at St. Martin's Churchyard, Loughfarn, Wales. Pneumonia. Welsh poet famed for "Do not go gentle into that good night." The Bronte sisters, Charlotte, Emily, Anne, rest in Haworth and Scarborough, England. Authors of Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. C.S. Lewis died November 22, 1963, age 64. Buried at Holy Trinity Churchyard, Headington Quarry, Oxford, England. Kidney failure. Author of the Chronicles of Narnia. Mary Shelley died February 1, 1851, age 53. Buried at St. Peter's Churchyard, Bournemouth, England. Brain tumor. Author of Frankenstein and editor of her husband's works. T.S. Eliot died January 4, 1965, age 76. Buried at East Coker Church, Somerset, England, emphysema. Modernist poet of the wasteland and Nobel laureate. L. Frank Baum died May 6, 1919, age 62. Buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. Stroke. Creator of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and 13 sequels. Lewis Carroll died January 14, 1898, age 65. Buried at Mount Cemetery, Guildford, England. Pneumonia. Mathematician and author of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Louis L'Amour died June 10, 1988, age 80. Buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. Lung cancer. Western novelist of Hondo and the Sackett series. Hans Christian Andersen died August 4, 1875, age 70. Buried at Assistens Cemetery, Copenhagen, Denmark. Liver cancer. Fairy tale writer of The Little Mermaid and The Ugly Duckling.